Okay, so today we have Rudimentary, Peni, and Rotten to the Core. So one person I know of anyway has requested this band many a time, and I was looking actually at a Fat Mike video from NoFX, and he talked about this band, and I was just like, okay, I gotta do it finally, since they've been requested. So we're getting into this one, Rotten to the Core, which is, one that I guess is kind of one of the most signature songs or whatever. Anyway, let's get into it, talk about it after, and let's go. Jesus. Jeez. All right. So, Rotten to the Core by Rudimentary Peni. Um, this song, I have to say, that the riff, the opening riff, I don't even know where to start. I also the opening riff would, gets your head banging. Good lord. And just, that grimy sound, the bass along as well, and the man on the drums here as well. I was going to say something about the drums, but I didn't want to, talk. You can't even hear me over the music or whatever. But the man on the drums, he was just pounding the drums. It felt like, especially at the start, very kind of unpredictable, I guess, rhythm he had going. And I was just like, Jesus, like, I think I said Jesus a few times during the song, because it just, I don't know, it was just so heavy. And obviously the lyricism as well. You know, I'm a fan, you know, of the Sex, I mean, obviously, you know, right there behind me, the Sex Pistols. I mean, there's John Lydon, Johnny Rotten, which, I mean, I'm sure that's where they got, you know, Rotten to the core. And I'm also a fan of The Clash and, you know, Joe Strummer and all that. I mean, not as big as the Pistols, but, you know, I respect them. And, you know, it makes me laugh. These lyrics are just, I mean, he's speaking his truth here. I can't really, you know, disagree. I can see from the point, you know, with this band, you know, and again, I think it's Peni. I would say that's how you say it. But anyway, you know, RP here, from their perspective, you know, that, and I've heard it from Crass as well, which I've come to realize here that Crass and Rudimentary Peni or whatever, they were kind of, I guess, friends or whatever it was. But and obviously Crass has, you know, Punk is dead or whatever, and they talk about Lydon in there and such. So, and I can see where they come from. You know, you talk about, you know, I guess, you know, that Strummer and Lydon were sellouts or whatever I've heard people say. And honestly, I can see where they come from, whatever. I mean, those two bands, you know, the Sex Pistols and the Clash, you can kind of, you know, they were the biggest of the punk genre, I guess, you know, excluding the Ramones or whatever. But, and then you kind of can get a feeling that, you know, they kind of went mainstream or whatever it was. And especially with, you know, you think, I know, since, again, I know about John Lydon so much. And again, how he says, you know, he moved to the USA. And, you know, and he was doing butter commercials and such, you know, recently. I know, and I guess as well, you know, I know a lot of the stuff that he's done was for his band Public Image Limited, so he could get money for that and, you know, record and all that stuff. But I can see where where this band's coming from, you know, talking about, you know, have you ever noticed that they lie? I just think, you know, even though, you know, I find it funny, I mean, obviously I know that he's trying to make a point here, and he's doing it very convincingly with that, you know, his vocals, you know, he's very passionate. You can tell he's not, you know, it's no BS here at all. And, you know, again, you know, just talking about it goes beyond, obviously, you know, just rock stars like Joe Strummer and John Lydon, and, you know, rest in peace to Joe Strummer, obviously. But yeah, I mean, any really celebrity, I mean, they have their platform and, you know, they try to get their opinion across, whatever, to their fans, whatever. Everyone has some kind of platform. And I mean, there's going to be those people who say, like, you're hypocrites, whatever, basically is what is going on here. You know, they're hypocrites. They never did what they said they were going to do or whatever. Have you ever noticed that rock stars lie? I mean, so many rock stars lie, obviously. They're, you know, like every other human. But again, anyway, I was just looking at the lineup here, and because you know, I wanted to see, again, the man on the drums. That's really what I wanted to see. But so it says there was two different things here. I guess, you know, they have nicknames and such. But anyway, John Greville, I want to say Greville, anyway, on drums. Nick Blinko, who I guess just goes by Blinko, but he was on guitar and vocals. And I mean, again, those just passionate vocals, and just dirty guitar playing. I mean, that's when I think of punk, this is what I think of, you know, just raw, aggressive, you know, all out, you know, balls to the wall, as they say. And Grant Matthews on bass guitar. And yeah, it's just, I mean, this threesome here, it's only three of them. I didn't know. I guess, you know, hearing it back, yeah, it makes sense that it was just a threesome. I didn't know if there's four or more or whatever. But yeah, it was just great. Anyway, let's get into some of the lyrics here. There's no, again, usually I'm on Genius here, and there's no about or anything, again, because, I mean, yeah, so I'll just get into some of the lyrics and just, you know, go back a little bit before we end the video. But have you ever realized that rock stars always seem to lie so much? John Lydon once said that he cared, but he never really gave a F. Said he used the money he made so that people would have somewhere to go, but now he lives in the USA and snorts coke after the show. I don't know if he ever snorted coke after the show or whatever. I do know, you know, in interviews that he said he didn't like to take drugs, so... but I don't know, I was never there, you know, beside him like, you know, Steve Jones was or something. And then, you know, the second verse, why is it that rock stars always seem to lie so much? Joe Strummer once said that he cared, but he never really gave an F. He said he used the money he made to set up a radio station. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, to make the airways full of something more than shit. Have you noticed we're still waiting? And I love that line. It was just, I don't know, it's just, you know, have you noticed that we're still waiting? And then he just, you know, goes out. And then the last one, you must realize that rock stars always seem to lie so much. Some will always tell you that they care, but they don't really give a F. Still, you suckers don't ever learn that rock stars deal in money, not truth. And that's, again, like what I said earlier about John Lydon. That reminds me, talking about he wanted the money. He did a butter commercial, I remember, and, just other stuff, whatever, to try to get Pill to, get money to record and such. That's what I remember him talking about in an interview. I think it was with Pierce Morgan, which, Pierce Morgan's quite the guy. But anyway, and that goes on, dealing money, not truth. It's, at the end of the day, money, turns the world around or whatever. It's good business to exploit you. Just look at Lydon or Strummer for proof. It's just like, Jesus, what an ending to this song. And yeah, like I said, big Crass vibes, obviously. And again, I know the Crass and RP here are, kind of cut from the same cloth. And, as, again, I can take this, I know maybe some, Sex Pistols and Clash fans might be like, what is this about? But I can see the point of view, and I think it's pretty funny. Not funny that they think this or whatever. Just, I love the lyricism, and I love I guess the brashness. Is that what I'm trying to say? And I think it's great. And yeah, I love hearing from this side instead of like just from the Pistols or the Clash side or whatever. It's just it's a different point of view, and it's maybe a word that they use today. Rudimentary Peni. They are pretty woke here, and talking about it's more about the money than the truth. And when are you guys gonna wake up to this? And yeah, I thought it was good. And yeah, again, the just dirty, grimy, and then the vocals are just just so impassioned, and I thought it was really good. So yes, I finally got to this after the requests, and whoever I forget the person who mostly wanted this, who they were, but I finally did it, and I really enjoyed the song. And again, this is the kind of punk, I love punk. And, I feel like sometimes, I don't want to react to, the same, Crass so much or whatever. I don't want to react to so many punk bands because then, there's not much, I guess, more, diversity or whatever. But I love punk, and I'm always happy to get back to punk. So anyway, I guess that's all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Death Church is what I've heard is, pretty iconic. So yeah, I'll have to get into more of that later on. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks for watching again. And yeah.